The dark side of tax deed investing will be exposed here today in this video. So I'm sure, as you know, tax deed investing is one of the best ways to get started in real estate. You can buy property sometimes for as little as 50 bucks, buy property up to 90% below market value, and it wipes out the mortgages, and it can be good. However, there is a dark side. And today I'm going to expose with Darth Vader the dark side with my beautiful, thing that I can show and tell behind me on here today. So if you don't know, what is a tax deed, right? A tax deed is a property that you buy from the government. So you might be thinking to yourself, how do we get these? Well, in the US, half the states are tax lien states, half the states are tax deed states. And in a deed state, say a homeowner goes 3 to 5 years without paying their property taxes, the government will say, hey, pay your property taxes or we're gonna auction off your property. And the opening bid is always the back taxes owed, which can be great. If it's a $100,000 property and there's $10,000 in taxes, that can be the opening bid. And the cool thing is if it doesn't go much above opening bid, say 12 grand, it wipes out the mortgage. Now, let's talk about the dark side of this business, right? Some people are like, oh man, you're just taking people's houses. You're showing up, you're kicking people out. That's not the case, but I want to show you how to make money with tax deeds, and I want to expose the dark side of the business if you choose to accept the endeavor into this business, which I recommend you should. So once again, I'm Dustin Hahn. This channel is here dedicated to helping folks get started in real estate investing with an unconventional way of getting started. Maybe you don't have a lot of money and you want to get into real estate and create that legacy. This can be a wonderful way to do it because you can get property so cheap. So what is the dark side of the business? All right, follow. Here we go. This is my house here, all right? So this is the house, right? The back taxes on this house are $5,000, all right? $5,000. Oop, I feel like Bob Barker over here. So it's $5,000. The house is worth $100,000, right? So the opening bid is 5 grand, and the poor homeowner, maybe they left the property or maybe they're in it still. I would say half the time the property is vacant. The other 50% of the time there's either a renter in it or the homeowner. So let's say this property, $5,000, let's say it sells for $30,000 at the auction, okay? So it sells for 30K, all right? So here we are, opening bid was 5,000, it sold for 30, it's worth 100, you got a good deal. Maybe it's not 5 cents on the dollar, but I'll take this deal all day long, and there are plenty of deals out there to get started with that are like this. Now, it doesn't matter where you are. You can buy cheap property for as little as 50 bucks, and you can build your way up into this, okay? So now we opened at 5,000 bucks. So this means there's $25,000, okay? $25,000 that is left over, meaning who gets that money? So the dark side of this business is the fact that this $25,000 here, the homeowner can actually go and claim that money for themselves. But a little bit of a dark side here, and this has actually got some press in the media lately, is the fact that the county doesn't necessarily make it public to the homeowner that this money can be available to them. So this is called also an overage. So there's a whole business of overages, which to be fair, I don't love. It's a lot of work. You end up working for like peanuts, $10 to $12 an hour. So this is the overage. There's lots of videos on overages out there on how to make money, but I don't like it. And here's why I don't like the business of overages. So this money, the homeowner can actually go and claim it. So the dark side of this business is it's not public knowledge to the homeowner that they can just go claim that money. And the question is why? Why is that, right? Before we go into why, first off, if you like this stuff, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're interested in real estate investing. And if you ever want some help with this stuff, getting into real estate, we can show you how to do it, save you 4 to 5 years of trial and error, show you where these properties are, walk you through it step by step, which is absolutely awesome. So there's a link below in the description and a QR code right here, and you can go to a page, book a call with us, and we can show you how to do it. So anyways, back to the show. So why doesn't the county make it public to why, the homeowner can't? Because after a certain amount of years, that goes back to the county and they get to keep it. So there's actually some pending lawsuits right now that are happening because I think it was maybe in Michigan where the county was like overtaxing people, and from there they'd go to sale and all this money would sit there and it would just go to them. They would get to keep it. So what we do, let's say you, as a good investor, you want to be ethical, you want to have some integrity and actually be a good person, because tax liens and deeds actually, they support. If you like driving on a good road, the money that they collect here goes to that road, right? If you like, fire trucks coming to put out fires, then that's where the taxes go. Or children getting education, this money pays the school teachers, right? So this system is not going away. Some people are like, oh, it seems like a good business, but what happens if it goes away? The only reason tax liens and deeds will go away is if one day the government decides we're not going to charge taxes. So until that day, it's been around 200 years, it's not necessarily going anywhere. So you're an investor, you go to your first auction, whether it's online or in person, you buy a property, great. Wicked deal, you bought it for 30,000 bucks, it's worth 100. Maybe you quick flip it, double your money, or maybe you put a renter in it, make some residual income, build your legacy wealth. You could refinance, pull money, and go buy more. All right. So anyways, you show up regardless of if the house is vacant or if the homeowner is in it. I consider it your moral obligation to kind of fight the dark side, right? To fight against
Darth Vader
and use your Jedi skills, hop in your, whatever flying vehicle you might have. Deliver the message to the homeowner. If they're in the house, be empathetic and say, listen, obviously your property went to the tax sale and that's not the best situation. If we don't do anything, the sheriff might want to come and evict you. That's no fun. I want to work with you and help you in this situation. So you might not know this, but there's actually $25,000 sitting in the county right now that you can go and claim. So it's your moral obligation, in my opinion, to help them get that money so they can go have a fresh start. From there, you say, all right, well, how much time do you need to get out of the house? And then they might say,
well, we're moving already. Or they might say, well, we don't have any money.
So this is where you do what we call a cash for keys situation. This is my key right there. This is some cash, all right? So cash for keys to make the homeowner happy, smiley face. Yeah, get some money. So we call that cash for keys. And we say, all right, well, here's what I can do. I can give you $1,000 to help you get out of the property. I'll give you $500 now and then $500 once you are out of the property. This can help them with the moving van, all that sort of stuff. Now, once again, coming back to just being a good human person, if you like doing that, thumbs up, subscribe if you like this stuff, and below this video is a link if you want help with this stuff. You can book a call, we can take you by the hand, show you how to do it, QR code here. So what we like to do is help them, right? So we've had situations where there's been people like maybe they're on disability, they can't find a place to live. Like we'll go out of our way and help them find a place to live because you want to be a good person in the world. This system is gonna be here whether or not you participate in it or not, right? It's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. But the game can make you a lot of money, so play the game, right? So in this situation, cash for keys, help them get out, show them where to go and get that money and make a new start. If they're not in the property, go ahead, find them, send them a letter, make it known to them that they can get this money, okay? Now there is a whole other business out here called overages, and that's a completely different game. It is linked to this, but here's why I don't like overages, right? The homeowner, say they leave and they get contacted by somebody and they're like, hey, you're owed $25,000. And we get those messages all the time, right? Some email or whatever. So first off, red flags are up. And the homeowner's like, oh, cool, $25,000. What is that for? And then the person's on the phone's like, well, I can't exactly tell you, but you're owed. There's been a debt that hasn't been paid. And they're like, well, where's the money? The person says, I can't tell you because the person wanting to collect the overage needs to get an agreement in place to be able to collect that money and take a cut of it, right? So do people make money doing this? Yes, but it's just very, very challenging. And I'd way rather get a good deal at the tax sale, help the government pay some of those, pave the road for you and help them get this. Now, it's unfortunate they're in this situation, obviously, but it's the way of the road. It's the way life is, right? Not everything is fair, but we can go make a lot of money, help people at the same time. So
the dark side has been exposed.
If you want to use this business to create some wealth for yourself, to buy some cheap property, to get into real estate, check out some of the other videos on this channel. We really do our best to help you guys get started. And once again, subscribe, thumbs up if you like this stuff. And from there, we do help people. It is part of our business to help people learn about tax liens and deeds. So if you want some help, some one-on-one hand-holding, heck, you could even come join us at a tax deed auction. We can show you how to do it in person, or just build you a game plan. There's a link below. You can book a free call with us. We can discuss if it's a fit to maybe work together. It'll be a great conversation. We'll save you some years of trial and error. And from there, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.